The gut is often called the second brain of the body. This means a good balance of gut bacteria can be a game-changer for hair loss sufferers. Researchers studied hair loss extensively. And it turns out that probiotics may be the key to treating hair loss in the future. And we guarantee you'll be so convinced, you'll run out to the drugstore and get a bottle yourself once this video is over. Because, what do hair serums, hair transplants, special shampoos and laser hats have in common? They do nothing to fix the root causes of hair loss. And some of their side effects can be horrifying. In fact, certain known alopecia medications are notorious for making their users impotent. Yet, a study in Korea has surprised hair experts on a new, up-and-coming hair regrowth solution. Probiotics. In the winter of 2017, in South Korea, Seoul, Professor Dong-wook Park gathered fellow researchers in a groundbreaking study. They recruited approximately 50 men and women, an average age of between 44 to 46 years old. All had varying states of severe hair loss, and none had hair treatment in the last 6 months. All drank a special probiotic drink twice a day for 4 months. It's made from kimchi, a staple in Korean cuisine, and Korean fermented soybeans. And both foods are rich in probiotics. After 1 month of the experiment, 90% noticed their hair growth increasing. And after a short span of 4 months, the number went up to 94%. These results are astounding. In fact, they suggest that probiotics can promote hair growth and reverse hair loss. So how do probiotics prevent hair loss exactly? Number 1. Some strains contain enzymes that help break down our food into nutrients. These include biotin, vitamin K, B12, B3 and folic acid, all essential for hair growth. Scientists took mice and removed bacteria that help process biotin from their intestines. Later, they found that these mice would actually develop alopecia. The mice also got a similar kind of hair loss after being fed antibiotics. This wiped out most of the bacteria in their gut, including the ones that helped produce biotin. This suggests that people may face the same problem with gut bacteria and hair loss. Especially when we consume strong antibiotics that make our gastrointestinal system vulnerable. The good news? It means we can manipulate our gut microbiota by adding or removing certain bacteria. And these studies offer new possibilities for treating baldness and hair loss. Number 2. Probiotics can help regulate our body's immune response. Now, just bear with us as we explain what this means for hair growth. About 1 in 5 people will experience hair loss related to an autoimmune condition, called alopecia areata. This happens when the body's immune system interprets its own cells and organs as foreign organisms and fights them. Including hair follicles. Statistics say only 1 in 10 have any chance of recovering from alopecia areata. However, studies are currently being conducted to explore the possibility of treating alopecia areata patients with fecal microbiota transplantation. Or FMT. This involves the transfer of stool, which contains beneficial gut bacteria from a healthy donor, to a recipient. This is done in hopes to help to change the type of bacteria in the recipient's intestines, because when antibiotics kill off too many good bacteria in the digestive tract, fecal transplants can help replenish bacterial balance. These studies are inspired by an older study done in 2017. In this study, researchers were stunned when 2 alopecia areata patients started growing hair on their bald scalps after a fecal transplant for an unrelated issue. For one of the patients, he'd actually regrown a full head of hair 1.5 years after the treatment. Science is still unclear on what causes our immune system to attack its own cells, but an increasing body of research is looking at the microbiome for answers. Research seems to suggest our gut bugs are able to help modify the immune system's response to a threat. In fact, probiotics have been shown to help soothe inflammatory conditions like IBS, psoriasis, arthritis and yes, hair loss. Number 3. Probiotics help prevent malabsorption. A troubled digestive system isn't able to take in many of the nutrients from the food you eat. Deficiencies can cause problems in the body, including hair loss. For example, hair growth is dependent on amino acid metabolism. This can only occur when food is broken down in the digestive tract with the help of our gut bacteria. Plus, missing zinc, iron, selenium, biotin, and vitamins A, C, D, and E can lead to changes in hair texture and hair loss. This means our bodies aren't able to get the hair growth nutrients we need even if we eat the right foods. So what can cause malabsorption? The wall of your small intestine absorbs most of the nutrients you eat into your bloodstream. Nutrients are then carried throughout your body, including to your scalp. Infections caused by bacteria and viruses can hurt your intestinal wall. This prevents nutrients from digested food from passing through to your bloodstream. Fortunately, a diet rich in beneficial probiotics can help replenish good bacteria. These combat bad bacteria and rebuild our gut walls. In fact, studies show lactic acid bacteria and bifidobacterium help repair our gut barrier. This helps to improve absorption of nutrients. Number 4. Probiotics help rebalance hair growth hormones produced in our gut. Our gut flora produces hormones and signals to let our body know how much of each hormone should be created. Transitions between hair growth phases are regulated by these hormones, such as estrogen. A lower level of estrogen impacts hair growth. That's because it increases the amount of time that hair spends in the regeneration phase. For example, when a woman is pregnant, her estrogen levels are higher than normal. This causes more hair follicles to grow and fewer to rest. As a result, pregnant women often have fuller and thicker hair. Number 5. Probiotics can help with hair loss caused by stress. Significant stress causes a large number of hair follicles to go into rest. A few months later, the hair ceases to grow and falls out. But scientists in Germany have discovered something amazing. Mice being fed lactobacilli bacteria became resistant to stress-related hair fall. They proposed the bacteria helped improve our immune defense and reduce inflammation. That's not just in the gut, but all over our body, including the skin and scalp. Probiotics are increasingly being investigated for their amazing stress-relieving properties. In fact, researchers at University of Colorado Boulder believe that they may have made an unusual discovery. A type of good bacteria that could defend us against stress. A bacterium called Mycobacterium vaccae was injected into mice. And these mice weren't as anxious during a dangerous situation. And they were less likely to develop inflammation. The mice also had an increase in an anti-inflammatory protein called interleukin-4. They also found low levels of alarmin, a protein that is induced by stress. This is very optimistic news if you have stress-induced or inflammation-related hair loss, such as telogen effluvium, alopecia areata and cicatricial alopecia. Number 6. Probiotics can encourage thicker hair growth. A research study reported mice that ate probiotic yogurt had a much faster rate of hair growth. After 24 weeks, their fur also grew thick and lustrous, and was shinier than the fur of other mice, especially for the female mice. Also, they had more hair follicles in the growing phase than the control group of mice. And when they measured the pH of their skin, it was also more acidic. These researchers were able to replicate the results by feeding them Lactobacillus reuteri, a type of beneficial bacteria. The results of this study overlap with a study performed on women. It found women at their peak of fertility also had an acidic pH, and the presence of Lactobacillus species. These results suggest that probiotics such as Lactobacillus reuteri can actually alter our physiology, giving us youthful features such as thicker, shinier hair. Even greater evidence emerged of Lactobacillus reuteri and its ability to induce vitality. In 2014, researchers discovered male mice that consumed Lactobacillus reuteri had larger testicles. They even started to produce more sperm and had increased testosterone levels. This was a revolutionary finding. It means consuming Lactobacillus reuteri or other probiotics can potentially prevent male aging, without the common side effects of traditional medicine. So, how do you find this research? If your hairbrush also looks like a bird nest after you've brushed your hair, we'd strongly recommend trying out some of the probiotics we've talked about in this video. If you have any interesting tips to share about hair fall, do let us know and we can cover it in our next video. You can leave us a comment on your thoughts and we'll make sure to reply. If you like to see more of such videos, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. It will really mean a lot to us, as we're trying to help more people learn about their condition and get the help they deserve. We hope to meet you again in our next video.